should keep eye on they bitch, cause baby girl coming with sun. Niggas be judging my moves, but please tell me what have you done? My cousin that air out the party for fun. Pistol grip, get the squeezing. Wish a nigga would like Liam Neeson. I don't even need a reason. Loyalty over treason. Bitch nigga come and see me. Put some respect on my name. The side of my city I claim. I try to stay out my lane. Took my advance and put a confuse on the fangs. I'm baiting forward till the wheels fall. Know some niggas probably pissed off. Who would thought I made it this far? Gold mouth, bitch, fuck them all. I woke up for some money. Hey, little bitch. Too many options. Tell me who you with. I just put diamonds on all of my teeth. Now they probably think I ain't intelligent. In the homicide unit interrogation, asking questions, you know I ain't telling shit. Bitches call me a jock all-American. I'm at the top of my class with my letterman. I remember back in college, bitches knocking on my dorm door. I ain't never let them in. Now you know that that's cap, no, I hit a few. Ain't no job, I'm selling gas like I'm Jiffy Lube. I had a free used to butt while a boyfriend in class. I hear her from the back from 19 to 2. No back and forth with D-rap. They mention me, dissing me. No
who's that, Jazz?
I won't mention you. Watch when I come put that on your ass. And
what's
I
up, y'all?
Me to snitch in my interview. I'm on 5 bitch, I'm lit, but I'm really cool. Don't acknowledge the surf when they really
yeah, it's something happened. It's like, let me see.
Ain't got enough heart, get a bigger pool. Wanna fight, but he bigger. I ain't really tripping. Reach under my shirt, grab a bigger tool. I got a Glock with a dick, let's get physical. They gon' be hollering out, ripping, they missing you. They got me started, I might as well finish you. I'm from Charlotte, you know how these niggas do, baby. I woke up for some money.
What's up, Jazz? Hey, from New Zealand.
Hey, little bitch. Too many options. Tell me who you with.
So, all right. I'm excited to do it with her, so I kind of want to, like, you know, give her some time.
Yeah.
My mind's safe for another crime in the summertime. How you doing, Jazz from New Zealand? What's up, Storm? What's up, Start? What's up, Rick? Jay, Ma? What's up, Love? Neely? Man, I ain't know. What's up, Start? Polish your head. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I didn't put no oil. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I put no oil in it. Stay station. Polish your beard, polish your head. What's up, Julie? How you doing, love? I have a question. What's a soulmate? What's a soulmate? Same as a twin? No, the way I look at twins and soulmates is a vibration thing and like where you're from. So I'll break that down in twin flame. And I'm a cheat sheet for rappers. I came around AC to DC adapters. Plug talk. What I'm really saying is a shame, but my niggas move cane on HBCU campus. Whole town full of CC Sabbatists. You think niggas getting fat, pitching crack? I'm starting to realize that twin flame, it's really attached to people's mental, their psyche, like a physical thing. And I'm just like, maybe I should talk about that first, because you hear the word soulmate and it's easy to understand, best friends type level, right? That's what we look at as far as soulmate. But when you hear the word twin flame, you feel like enter me, grow with me. And I'm just like, but that's the point of being a twin flame, is that there's so many dimensions at which you can grow with a person, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, or financially, right? And all these other different ways. But mind, body, and spirit, to a twin flame, I don't care if you're with another person. I'm going to love you. And I'm realizing that people hear twin flame and they think of a face. And I'm just like, man, you should see an energy. Like, God dang it. I'm realizing that people see a face, right? But oh, you know, she could be my twin flame. And I'm like, this is that time hesitation. And I'm realizing right now, like every time I say the word twin flame, people not looking at energy. They legitimately looking at some gorgeous something. And I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Like, I get it now. I get it because I don't see it that way. I look at somebody and in my head, I actually look at that person because the shit they went through was no different than me. But, you know, unfortunately, that's not everybody's view. I'm just like, it's a vibration thing, man. And you don't always meet everybody. So you only meet them off of one thing vibrationally. So somebody comes in your life, their vibration in line with you. This shit is not an accident. This shit is easy. You didn't meet 7.8 billion people. This is these people.
And the way you're in their life is based off the love you was given from the moment you were born to your experience. This is a vibration thing. This is not a person thing. And so whenever I hear people say, soulmates, look at finding a soulmate as the people that enhances you and strengthens you the moments where you're down and out, so that when your twin flame's not around, through what you call twin flame separation, they got your back. That's a soulmate. I can be a soulmate. I can be your twin flame. I can be filling the list. It's a vibrational thing. It's an energy thing. It's not just, oh, look at her, man, we killing it, man. You're messing up on a whole lot. How many times you've heard somebody look good, look good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm waiting for her to go. I'm waiting for her to say something, so. Yeah, man, if you sitting here right now and you say the word twin flame and you see a face, I'm telling you right now, that's not the case. Give gifts to the turf and give it right back. It's not the case. It's an energy thing. You need to see energy. You need to see an energy. So when you see that person, that's how you get the love at first sight. Come on, man. Are y'all paying attention? Bro, it's an energy thing. So when you see the person that has that energy, you can be like, yeah, what's up? Oh, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Not the... Right? Used to be stay safe, not stay dangerous. Cause ain't no point playing defense, nigga. That's why I dove off the deep end, nigga. Without a life jacket. Couple mils for the world, all my life cracking. Cook the bring it back, so much no taxes. Royalties, publishing, plus no masters. I'd be damned if I slave for some white crackers. I was mapping this out, I hit the heights backwards. Hopping out the 85 and Reebok classes. Ran a couple marathons just to get a stab. How do you stay positive? You got to have it. Got you. Very much an energy thing. It is, TT. Can energy be felt over a phone before every meeting? Devin, this energy can be felt. Hey, okay. Dedication. How about this? If you ever had like just a day where it was just like, man, today was like, if you had at least one, and I know that can be quite odd for some lives, but if you had at least one solid like, man, today was a good day. Like usually this didn't happen. Right? Because the vibration towards your twin flame enhanced you spiritually. Whenever you have a great day and things like that happen, it's not happening coincidentally. These are things that is falling in alignment with you. And that was when you realize like, man, am I tripping? This I like life. I like this. This is cool. This is how I feel and wish life should be. And so if you felt that, and you normally don't have those type of days, that's your twin flame. You know what I'm saying? And so when you find your twin flame and y'all connect the spiritual, the mental, the physical, all of that is constantly growing. And I'll put my music on in a minute. So. But man, the energy, man. You got to see energy. Just you got to get faces out of you. You got to get faces out. Like you got to get faces out. And it's way more beautiful than you can ever imagine. Like it really is. Oh, wow. Thank you. I've experienced that. That's your twin flame. Man, you hear the stories. You'll hear people talk about it. You'll find people and you'll say shit like, man, sometimes I feel like I really click with this person. And you'll find them at certain point in times in your life. And it'll be a time when you're sad or sometimes and you'll miss it, man. You'll almost fucking miss it. It'll be right there. But what's up, man? Push up. Oh, you go to bed? All right, hold on. Right? That's and it doesn't happen like it normally happens. That's your twin flame, and that's you doing the same thing. So this is how I started to realize, like, oh shit, twin flame things is real, but it's not a person thing. And I think that's my take to the observatory field to all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a face. There she is. No. Because if she dies, then what's next? And I mean respectfully, if you're my twin flame and I die, I want you to find love, damn it. Don't wait. We have children together. We teach them on how to be loving, right? It's an energy thing. It's a vibration thing. And this alignment, and I can see it. I can see it, right? But we'll talk about separation in a minute. All right. Drop 4 hearts if you found your twin flame and you know that you found your energetic being and you can text them and call them. Drop 4 hearts. Right? That right there, right? Out of 44 people, that right there is sending energy to your twin flame. Let's see if we can get some people to heal tonight, shall we? If you know your twin flame exists, I want you to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. You don't put no name, just put 4 hearts. And I'm telling you, if you found your twin flame and you feel that this is your twin flame, texting and calling is not the only way to communicate. Saying their name, no different than you when you say God's name, holds the same power when you say his or her name. That is the power of a name. So if you know the name of your twin flame, I'm going to show you how to bring this together if you really believe in it. It'll be manifesting your twin flame, but it's work within you. Don't. Right? Because your twin flame the person could not be here. They could have passed. That energy doesn't die. Energy gets transferred. So your twin flame, your energy, your soul, that vibration, sometimes it's not an adult. Sometimes it's a child who needs your particular guidance on something, so that when they arrive and they grow, and their ability to be in your life can create something that the world has never seen. But a twin flame is not just this grown adult being. It really is a vibration thing, right? So keep dropping your hearts. If you found your twin flame, right? If you claimed them, if you feel that, that's corny. All right, fine. You want your twin flame, right? Don't care, right? Like, you show that love, right? Put that out there, right? And so what this does is it shows conviction to your twin flame. Like, I know you're there. Trust me, I didn't get here by myself. There's a whole slew of people that I went through that I felt I was mad and all this other stuff, and I see how beautiful they are. And I know I'm beautiful, and I don't have to be asked or told if I'm beautiful. Like, I believe in me. And so I realized that I'm not the only person like this. There's a whole community. And so if you really believe in this, then drop your hearts. And know that you've never been separated. If you haven't seen my video, the moment a child is born from their mother, that child is not separated from the mother. The child starts growing. The child needed to get through that process. When that child grows, they gain knowledge outside of the womb, outside of you. You were whole, but you have this ability to build humans too. Like your twin flame, it's an energy thing. It's not a physical thing. You were whole before you had a baby. Your baby didn't make you whole. You made a whole baby. A whole, you know what I'm saying? A piece can't make a whole. you a whole to make a whole baby. So stop, like, if you got one child, like, stop it. Like, for real, like, you a whole. Like, you've never been broken, especially if you got a kid. Like, come on, think about it. It's simple science. But when you realize that that child is outside of you, you realize just who you are. It's a portion of you. And you watch it grow and you watch it get strong. And then one day it goes off on its own. And you say, make sure you put your love into everybody else. Don't love yourself because that's what I did. Right? No. You tell them to love themselves just in case somebody doesn't feel like doing it. You tell them to love themselves so that they know that with or without you, you love them. And you'll show them ways. You'll show them how to clean. You'll show them how to cut grass. You'll show them how to be what you think a man is. You'll show them how to do hair. You'll show them how to you'll show them these things so that when they are so-called separated from you, it doesn't matter if there's anybody around them. The things you taught them is what makes them feel strong. If you have an apple right now and you took a seed, you call that separation, like the womb outside of a child outside of a mother's womb. But that seed has the power to go inside of the earth and grow into this big, gorgeous tree and create so many more apples and seeds. When you're away from your twin flame, the same thing happens. That you can grow through mental energy, no different than the seed of that apple if you truly are a twin flame. I know this now. You don't even have to sear them, whoever. I automatically know that as I start to feel better, the people in my life start to feel better. They start to have what they think is coincidental problems and frustrations and issues. Nope. Your vibration is rising and it's forcing you to let go of some things you don't want to. I understand it to that level that if your twin flame is not near you, that they are healing too. That seed that was inside the apple, that's your twin flame outside of whatever they're doing. And where they're at is the soil, their Mother Earth. And they grow just like the seed does. And they grow so many more apples. And you support them. And I show you how in this last example. When your hair grows in the beginning, regardless if it's a beard or if you're short like mine right now, is the first strand of hair, that first inch, is that good or bad hair? If you say my beard looks good, then you're saying that all of it looks good, not just this one, or this one, or this one. You're saying all of this looks good, even the hair you cannot see. But I dated someone that taught me about split ends, and I found it interesting because of how I look at things prospectively. If you take the split end and cut at the split end, it allows the hair to grow even more healthily. But those split ends, before they split, they used to be whole. Isn't that interesting? And they used to be the part of your hair that everybody said how gorgeous it was. Right? Look at your hair, it's so beautiful. But now you have these split ends, and do you complain about cutting that off? No. What happens is that you don't remember the pain of your hair splitting. Oh, you thought that was a headache? Oh, no one told you, huh? Where split ends come from? Remember, vibration makes everything shake. And when you see that it's never been about separation, you are where you're supposed to be, like the seeds, the split ends, the cut hair, the baby outside of the womb. You're growing. So when y'all do come together, you can understand the world you've been in. You can tell the taste of that apple and the country it's grown in. You don't believe me? Do the research. You can tell on what a man or a woman knows just from what they say they've been through. You don't believe me? There's plenty of science to prove it. Your twin flame has never, ever been separated from you. If you feel like you have a twin flame and they're fill in the blank or whatever the case may be. Sit down and meditate on them. Prayer. Nobody's doing anything bad. They're being themselves. The challenge is, can you love them? Wait, make them 4 years old doing what they're doing. Do you hit them? Spit on them? Call them bad things? Do you say they're narcissistic? Do you say they're horrible? Do you say they are bad seed? Oh, now the children that you're talking about becomes your children, right? And so now they're being told that you're that you're narcissistic, that you're this, you're this, you're this. When does it start? And when does it stop? And so if you got somebody in your life right now, you're not doing, and you're not saying something kind, then that's why you're quote unquote separated, because you haven't learned how to love yourself. And so like the child who comes out of the mother's womb through the pain, that mother doesn't care about the pain. She cares about the child. She doesn't care about the separation. I just want to make sure that my baby is growing. So I don't give a shit if you're next to me. I just want you to know that I love you genuinely. And it doesn't matter if you're on the other side of the world. A true parent, a true father, a true mother, a true whoever, a true creator, true God, true Buddha, Jesus, you name it, man. They're not going to sit there and not be loving to you when they think about you, or when they're walking with you, or talking with you, or laughing with you, or joking with you. People will be like Christ-like, be Christ-like, be Christ-like, be Christ-like. And if Christ was not next to you, is he a bad God? A bad Christ? If Buddha wasn't next to you, is Buddha bad? And you're like, no, Buddha doing Buddha helping, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Buddha over there doing Buddha shit. Real shit, think about it. Right? And somehow we got to get people to see that wherever you are, just you doing you, my king, my queen. And so when we're together, I know that it's not a coincidence. I don't know if we'll ever meet again. So I do the best I can to give you as much love as I can in this little time frame. Maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's forever. But you're never separated from your twin flame. If you see them in your head, then that's you talking to them. Keep talking to them. You can talk to them in a spiritual plane. You can meditate on their name and you will get answers. I'm not lying. Trust your intuition. Trust your fucking intuition. If you get a rejection, good. Rejection is redirection. But redirection is to expose its truest nature. No journey goes without its challenges, its obstacles. And if you yourself are telling yourself that you're separated from somebody, then what the fuck are you doing to go see them? Come on, man. I'm not separated from anybody. I've learned how to be myself so I can bring more people, help more people, attract more people, be more loving. You're not separated. If you can't love yourself by yourself, and you are with your twin flame and something bad happens, now you're saying to the world, well, I can't be happy now because my twin flame's gone. Nah. You can't be happy because your twin flame, before your twin flame died, said, I died knowing that I found my twin flame, and not everybody gets to do that. And so if this is my last day, at least I get to spend it with you. If I got one day of that, I'm winning, Chief. You can't beat that. Not from the shit I survived. So, there are no separations. You've never been separated from your children, from your exes. You've never been separated. Y'all are all connected. I promise you. When you heal, they heal. When you get stronger, they get stronger. When you do what you call bad, they do what you call bad. You're doing bad, and frustration might be a headache for that person that day. They're like, man, my head been really hurting. They have no idea, but like, my head been hurt like a motherfucker. And then you're like, shit, what that such and such doing? Oh, that was a coincidence, huh? Nah. Your body feels everything. And so if you're patient, you can hear the silence. Right now, you hear my voice. You hear this music. You hear the knocking. But in between, do you hear the silence? It's just as loud as my voice as I'm talking. You hear it? There it is again. And again. This silence is so deep, it's so strong, that if you're careful, you can feel the silence, not just hear it. And we'll do it just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of silence. The growth that we just had, the love, the attraction. When you get to your vibration, you know who you are. You can be silent and people will show up. You just have to love yourself. So, people that's attracted in my life, they are currently doing well. I know this. I know my vibrations. I know who's in here. I love you all. There is no twin flame separation. I just use my powers, if you will. And I psychically connect it to people. Right? We all do it. The silence, the ones who are the quietest are the loudest. Never forget that. Ever. I just proved it to you. I just proved it to you. Yes, there is no twin flame separation. I promise you. You can love them spiritually. You can love them mentally. You can love them physically. There's not one way to love your twin flame. There's multi-dimensions. My only reason for this advantage is that I lost my mother at 8, and I never told anybody who she was. And so she was a very violent person, but I still loved her. And so my mama was like, and so anybody in my life I could love so much deeper because I love my mom. My love for my mom was real. So if you weren't trying to do what my mom did, then I can love you like one pink. That's easy. You don't know who my mama was. So I can never meet you again. But if I met you one time, then to me, in my head, you were just as important as my mother. You was just as powerful as a twin flame. And so, the trick was in my head was that I couldn't say that the women of my past was not my twin flame because I loved them. And so for me, it wasn't about the title or how she looked or what she could do. It's the one who vibrated with me at the time when I was going through the shit I was going through, because I could have went through it by myself like I'm currently doing. But I realized that I'm not by myself. I'm where I am at because of the shit that I've been through with those people that was in my life. Them touching me experiencing them is the vibration that led me to where I'm at right now. You're never, ever without your significant others or your mom or your dad. Like, they're inside of you. That's where your vibration comes from. The accumulation of all the people that you've ever known and seen. And the person that resonates inside your mind the loudest is the person who's more than likely your twin flame. Damn, I just blew my own mind on that one. Damn, I appreciate the love, man. Y'all, I appreciate the gifts. That's dope. I keep forgetting donations. What's it called? Cash App, hashtag use love first or $ use love first if you want to do a dollar donation. I keep forgetting to ask. I just so uncomfortable to ask for money, but I get it now, and it allows people, as my mentor taught me, he was like, if I got you a gift, I tried to tell him, I said, don't give me a gift, don't give me a gift. And he said, how does it feel when you give a gift to somebody, Kyle? I said, it feels good. He said, how come I can't feel good? And I was just like, you're right, my bad. My bad. If you want to give a gift to me, you can. And he put me in my place so smooth, though. He did it so smooth, and I was just like, he said, you got to allow people to be people, or you will never meet real people. I'm going to say it again, bro. He said, you got to allow people to be people, or you'll never meet real people. So if you're afraid to ask for help, you don't know who has the strength to fucking help. Bruh, like, beast mode activated. It made money sense, Chief. So if you would love to donate, if you feel that what I am doing has helped you and inspired you and has changed your life, then, all right, I got to download Venmo. If you got something else or whatever, let me know. And once again, right? But it's a $, hashtag use love first. It's crazy. $1, like for real, $1. Somebody, y'all be sending some stuff, man. It's just $1 cool for real. Like, we won't have to go crazy. But I do appreciate y'all. All right. So, but yeah. No such thing as twin flame separation. Good, Middleton. If he's toxic, let him go. What's up, Nettie? If you feel that there's a person in your life that you call toxic, it's because of your perception of what you've been through, what you've been taught was toxic. The person that's doing what you think is toxic is the same thing that happened to them when they were 2 or 3 and you weren't there to save them. So now when they're experiencing you, they're only doing what they're taught to do. They're not toxic. You're the angel to them, and you've never experienced what they've been through. And so in order for them to see the truth in being loved, they have to find something consistent, and that's you. And if you can repeat what it is that other people have called him at the time he was younger, where these bad habits have been taught to him, then you're no different than the monster that raised him. Please, my dear kings and queens, can we stop calling people toxic? It's not nice. And I can intellectually explain why. Please. Right? These people are people just like you. Something happened. The reason why they're doing what they're doing. You don't do it because it didn't happen to you. Something happened. You only do what you know. That's it. You ain't doing shit else. So you got to go get what we call experience. New shit. That's why people hate new shit, because it's scary. That I don't want to do it. Yes, you want to do the same thing over and over. Keep dating the same man. Keep dating the same woman. You better date something different, right? Oh, she's pretty. Oh, he's... Same story. You got to do something different. You got to get new experiences. There's no such thing. I know, not a popular story. But if 1 + 1 = 2, it'd be hard to tell me that a person is being toxic because they were taught it. That's it. Whether they choose to do it or not, that's beside the point. The reason why they do it because they were told that it was allowable. Tell them that it's not. Oh, then walk away. Why are you dealing with it with day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5, year 1, year 2, year 3? Because you were trying to control. You were trying to manipulate. You were trying to... Or I just love them. This should have been the most amazing relationship to you. The most amazing relationship. But instead, it's one person. Of all the people in the world, you find the one you just fucking hate. Oh, ain't that amazing? You lucky son of a gun. You lucky son of a gun. Of all the people in the world, you found the one that you hate the most. You special. Think about it. 7.8 billion people. You could be in that room with anybody. No, Victoria, thank y'all for the gifts. No, not a medium. Why are you dragging me? I'm just, I don't mean to, I'm just trying to get it, man. Hey, raise consciousness, man. When I say, y'all, we got this. Like, we for real do. You give off a bad energy. You're probably the right user, whatever your name is. I protect my peace. I walk away. Okay, if the toxic is an actual sociopath and a danger abuse. Okay, if the toxic is an actual sociopath and a danger abuser, no excuse. Excuse me, not their twin. So, twin flame is a vibrational being that you connect with, not a person of skin, right? It's a vibrational being. And this being is not... Okay, check this out. All your exes that you've had in your life, let's just call them the spark that got you to the flame you are. Right? And the one before that was the big one and really got you smoking. And the fire starts growing. Now you burning. Now you get to add and be a real staple. Like you get to be what's the word I'm looking for? Let's go say a real flame. A real resource to something. And you find another flame that allows you. And so that gets you the ability to build and do things, not to destroy, right? You can take heat and do so many things. Understand, it's a flame. You can increase it, reduce it, the list goes over and over and over. And so look at the people in your past, fire as well, right? Just try to make sense of it. Look at them as fire as well. And they're the sparks just trying to get you. And the person that really got you hot, that person that really got you hot, we give them so much credit because you ain't never been that hot before. You ain't never felt that type of love before because you've never met that person before. Does that make sense? Meeting that person increases that flame and you want to now really experience. Like you really want to experience. You're hot because of all the other people. You're like, I'm going to be like this now. And now you want somebody else that's got that same type of flame, got that same type of energy. And that's a good thing. But you don't need it. You're complete. You've always been complete. And these people, before you started to realize who you really are, you were kind of like smoldering, right? But you've never not had a twin flame in theory. I'm sitting here freestyling this as we go. That every person that you've ever been with was literally your twin flame whole. But it was you and these people trying to remind you that you are as loving as you say you are. I know I gave you the complexities that you think is complex, but I'm not trying to be this person against my own will. I know I look crazy. I know I look scary. I'm not trying to be this person. By the way, you can always walk away. I'm not talking about when people are forcing you to do stuff. That's not what I'm speaking of. If you yourself have experienced that, you need to talk to me on another level. I'm talking about when you wake up in the morning, you look at that man, you look at that woman, and no matter what it is that they're doing, you're still finding some way to feel like, and you don't have to. Your twin flame energy is literally an accumulation of all the people you've ever experienced that you consider to be that love and romantic energy. The reason why you kept going after you got broken up with that guy in high school or the girl when you had your first job and whatever, right? Their flame that they gave you, the love that they gave you, the touches that they gave you, the kisses, the memories, the oohs, that this feels good. It gave you just enough to hold it just right there. So when you got to the next relationship, you'll be like, oh man, he gave me more. He gave me this other stuff than the other guy. And right? That's why we start saying he's better. No, the reason why you saw that guy is because you got introduced to the love from the other guy. Come on, pay attention. The reason why you saw the next love from that other woman is because the woman that you was with introduced you to something you ain't never seen. That's why you saw her. And so each person psychologically, you can explain as 1 + 1 = 2, that you only saw that man, you only saw that woman because what the person in front of you was doing for you, with you, and to you. And it's not just you, it's opposite too. They do the same thing. It's when you start loving yourself and you realize there ain't shit you can do to tell me I can't love you. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm still going to choose to love you. And when that person goes to the next relationship, guess what the fuck they're looking? The shit you used to do for them. And so if you've ever been in a very skin-tight relationship, yeah, here's a little advanced code. They're thinking, they're trying to figure out how to be themselves without feeling like that the person in their head, whether it's you or not, and the person that's in their bed, whether it's you or not, is really loving them. And they do this with all their past, and then their world crashes, and they say stuff like, man, I must be really bad at love. No, that's just how good you are. Each history, each story, each experience of each past ex is to teach you the lesson so that when your twin flame comes into your life and you realize, damn, I do know how to love. I remember my ex was going through something like that. I was trying to help him, and he was like, man, I ain't never met anybody who experienced this. He'd be like, shit, yeah, I experienced that shit when I was 18 with my first boyfriend. And you start finding the value to your men and to the people in your past and the people who's looking at you now like, holy shit. That's how I get the next, so on and so forth. You can't go to the next position until you master the level you at. So if you can't have the man or the woman you feel like you want to be with, it's because the level you're at, you're not paying attention to it. Your awareness is not getting you to see that you can't get that promotion until you do all the things you're supposed to. You can't get that growth until you take the first step. Like you can't be that kid until you understand that all you have to do is that your past exes were 100% no different to being a part of you than your mom and dad was. It's not a coincidence. Not a 7.8 billion people in the world. You met those people. How disrespectful. I love everybody I've ever met, no matter how difficult it was for me at the time. My strength is immense. I got silent and my views went up almost fucking 20 people. It's not the fact that it can do that. It's the fact that I can say my silence is way more powerful than my words. I literally can say that I speak because I enjoy speaking. And it's something that I like to share. And I hope that it can get people to feel invigorated, to learn that you can have the love you want. You really understand that the love you want has already been given to you. Change your perception. Every issue with every man you've ever been with, every issue with every person you've ever been with, whatever the case may be, if you find anything unkind, anything difficult, anything of that nature, then that's the lesson you need to have in order for you to go to the next, to appreciate and truly appreciate your moment. And the best way to do that is just to say, I love them. I say, I thank you for the things you've taught me. And the next love that comes into your life, she's going to be like, right? Like, I know, like, right? I know that the next person, group, people, right? Whoever's in my life is going to be, man, I love them too. Because it's true. I love them. You went through what you went through. You love them. I love you. And so if I love you, I love them too. And it's pure. It's not like, well, I'm going to, no. Because that's how they love too. Find those people. If you hear somebody like, I can't stand, ugh. It makes me be like, wait a minute. Yeah, my ex get on my nerve. You don't understand my, oh yeah, you're right. I don't. You're right. But do you love yourself? And do you forgive yourself? And are you happy that you tried and that you did learn? And whether you liked it or didn't like it. And so you go to the next relationship with this bit of clarity. And when it all makes sense, you'll be proud of those men and women in your lives. And it's really heaven on earth. Yeah, thank you, Nettie. Appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, Miss Pizzle? Thank you. Oh, man, y'all are awesome. Hey, appreciate the love, y'all. That silence thing was not rehearsed. That just happened. But that silence thing, that was, y'all are awesome. Like, good. Thank y'all. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Can you be someone's twin flame, but you not be theirs? The identification for twin flame is an energy thing, right? So what you're saying is, can they be ready and you not be ready? For lack of better words, there's no never not ready. You didn't meet them by accident. 7.8 billion people in the world. Machete, did you meet 7.8 billion people in the world yesterday? That's your twin flame. If you can confidently look into your eyes and know that energetically that someone is your twin flame, that's your twin flame. I mean, I don't know how else to break it to you. That's your twin flame, because you're not doing it to every single person you meet. But what I am saying is that if you feel, for the way I see it, is that I can't tell the women in my past that they're not my twin flames. I will never do that. And so the person who's next in my life, whether it's driving to the store or what have you, that person is just as much as my twin flame as the people in my past. And so for me, it's an energy thing. It's not a person thing. It's the consciousness that happens of my growth. And then my twin flame, what you call the one that you build with, looks at you and all the things you've been through enhances and increases. I have 5 children and 4 women in my life that I love intimately and deeply. And I don't mean physically. We don't do any of that. Laugh, joke, talk, text, whatever the case may be, to what's comfortable for us. And if I have somebody in my life that's not appreciative of how I am as a person, when I feel like that I'm doing I feel like I'm doing good because of what I think love is, but I'm being told that being judgmental off of the pain that I survived, nah, you can't do that. And so your twin flame is never not your twin flame. It's an energy thing. And man, whoa, I hope that makes sense. It's not a person. It's every single person. Your twin flame is an energy thing. It's the person that you can, it's the people that you build with. You don't build you without nothing. You need experience. You must be able to have experience to build. And so if you feel like there's somebody in your life that's, like I said, twin flame, then look at it that for you, because you're looking, if you feel like that he or she is your twin flame, that's an attachment. Nothing outside of you is something you need. I'm going to say it again. There is nothing outside of you, something you need. Hey, Moon, you in here? I thought I saw you in here, love. If you are, let's go, let's hop on if you want to. Right? Love isn't supposed. Love does not hurt. Love has never hurt. Not a day in life. But what if they reject you? If they reject you, good. I love rejection. I take the gratitude and the time that you give me for rejecting me, letting me know that this is not the path that I need to go on, that I need to go ahead and move myself in direction. I used to wait for this so-called feeling of rejection. I would sit there and ask over and get rejected over and over and over. And eventually I saw this pattern. The pattern was that after I got rejected, I would have this redirection. I would find my new direction. And so I realized that it wasn't a redirection. It was actually a correction. Baby girl, I appreciate your rejection. We winning in this mother. Boy, I'm telling you, love is real, Chief. If anybody reject you, you thank them. You thank them. You thank them. Thank you. And you be grateful for their time. You don't be lying you literally like, no, thank you. You don't understand if it wasn't for you. If you'd accepted me, I might not have been where I'm at now. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your rejection, my queen. Thank you for your rejection, my king. I was whole before I met you. I should be whole after I meet you. Right? And whatever mistakes I've made, I made mistakes when I was 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. I didn't say I wasn't going to make any more. I just know that I don't let them define me. And if you feel like they should, then that's the rejection, and that's understood. So just keep it pumping, keep it moving, right? Maybe we'll see each other in life. Maybe get on the same accord, same vibration. Maybe next time it won't be rejection. Maybe it'll be acceptance. Then we'll see the new direction. Man, let me stop. I'm done, y'all. I'm done, right? There's no such thing as rejection. Reject me, good, perfect. You should be a recruiter. Boy, you get told no so many goddamn times. What's up, Michelle? Listen, y'all, I was going to try to read the comments. We in here popping, man. We got 125. I love y'all. This is awesome. What's up, Dakota? Appreciate the love. Life partners, soulmates, twin flames are all different things. Once again, Tropical Herd, like if anybody want to go in and talk about that, for me, the way I look at things energetically, my information is not from any books. I've read the books and I've read the books. I hear the voices and I agree with their view. But because of the things I've been through, I can tell you now I have something new. And nobody in my past nobody in my life is not supposed to have been in my life. They were supposed to be in my life with 100% accuracy. Here's the bad part, the hurtful part. If I go back and look at it like a movie, was I really being loving? Now go do that to yourself. Have somebody around there to hug you. Sit down and go look at the time frame to that person and ask yourself, were you being the most loving person you could possibly imagine? Like of all the people they've ever met at that time, and here you are doing your thing. You can't control nobody else. You can't control nobody else. I usually let that shit run me I used to let that shit run me. You can't control nobody else. You can only control you. So when you look back in your past, you have to ask yourself, were you being as loving as you can? And if you have, and if you was, then let it go. And show gratitude for it, for that experience, because you didn't have to have him or her in your life to love. But if you say that you was and you still sitting there like, well, he this and she that, then you are lying to yourself. And so I love my past, all the ups and downs. I'm like, oh, wow, this is so amazing now. I get it. Like, yeah, I made it. Right, this is the sign, third eye, right? Oh my gosh. And so you can really be joyous and fruitful and loving and you. This is your moment. You shining. Right? I had a client today. Right? Like I'm telling y'all, this is all supposed to happen. And every person that's been in your life, it's not an accident. They were supposed to be right there. They were supposed to have that challenge. Yeah, I know. People got some scary stories. But I was the kid that dreamed about changing the world. My wish came true. I wanted to do it with love. And I figured it out how. And my story is proof. Just like yours. And I can take your entire story and show you that your entire life has been nothing but 100% pure fucking love. No hesitation. I'm not second guessing. I'm not saying that maybe nope. Everything that you've ever been through, I can tell you right now that the only thing you've ever experienced was love. It's just your perception at the time was different. Man, when I unlocked that, yeah, man. That energy's real, right? And so you look into your past and you see your exes and your mistakes and everything, and you start like, that's the shadow working. And you start shadow working and you be like, well, I'll be damned. I used to like that before I met him. I used to like that before I met her. And it just starts, and this vision comes up and you meet new people that kind of freak you out. You be like, man, she cool. I don't talk to people like that. Right? But the truth of the matter is you really do. And somehow you became judgmental because of the shit you've been through. And people judging you because of the shit that they told you that you shouldn't do. But the truth of the matter is you actually like this person. You actually want to be with this person. You actually miss this fucking person. This fucking person. Of all the people in the world, you shut your fucking feelings down for that person. Ain't nobody else making you double tap on nothing else. Ain't nobody else making you think of all 7.8 billion people. I love getting this energy to people. Because it makes no sense when you sit there and be like, all right, so for the last 4 years, I thought about this person every day. It's a coincidence. 7.8 billion people, and for the last 4 years, I thought about that person. What? And I've helped many people. I've experienced in my life where people have said things of that nature, and it's just like, we gotta stop this. We are literally destroying ourselves eternally. So, everybody's a twin flame. How about that? You've never been separated. But if you feel like that your twin flame is somebody over there, and they pass, or something bad happens, that doesn't stop you from getting love. That doesn't stop you from being cared for. I was a kid who didn't live with his mother, so I grew up in an environment that was very unkind. And I was afraid to say, can I have some love? Can I have some of that shit? That looks, right? So I put on face and mask and mixed in with other people, but I had this perspective like, we all can be loved. Thugs and hugs, we all can be loved. And before I blinked, I saw myself in the future. Is that you, Moon? What's up, sweetie? You want to try to go live together? Thank y'all, I appreciate it. And we did a lot of talk for the Twin Flame. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for the donations, man. I appreciate it. Oh, you had so much wisdom, I can tell. Thank you, Zari, baby. Thank you, Destiny. Appreciate it, love. Thugs and hugs. Yes, I put a mask on a lot. If me and my husband separate shit, I stopped trying. I don't want to. I'm conflicted. If my husband and I are separated, should I stop trying? Listen, if you and your husband are separated, then that means it's time to grow. I don't know if you heard the beginning of my talk, Miss Shetty. When a child is pulled out of a mother's womb, there's no separation. It's time for growth. When split ends are cut at the end of hair, at the point where it's a split end, at the time it wasn't a split end. But you cut it because it's time for growth. So if you and your husband are separated, then it's time for growth. There's no separation. If they're not around, then this is where you enhance who you are right now, so that when they come back around, whether it's mentally, physically, even spiritually, when I think about the people in my past, when I think about my exes, when I think about them, I make sure I do as much fucking loving I can psychologically. So when I see them, they'll know through my fucking eyesight, do you hear me, that man fucking loves me. And if that's not the case, I don't care. That's their view. But I know with 100% accuracy, they know it's true. And if not, then fine. That's their view. But I don't have to stop saying that I love you. Does that make sense? There's no separation. There's no separation. There's no separation. No separation. This is time for you to grow. Time to do soul work. Yeah. It's time for you to grow. There's no separation. I don't care. I got 5 children. I'm not separated from all 5 of my children. I have people that I actually fucking care about. And so was I separated from my mother when I left at 8? No, it took me. I thought I was. Physically, her position was different. But spiritually, my vision was enhanced. And I just didn't know it. Until about a week ago. Actually yesterday. Yeah. Thank you, Zakaria. I needed to hear this. God bless you. Thank you, Middleton. Thank you, Matty Cakes. Does that mean move on? Move on does not mean leave. If you look at it like this, Machete, if you had a child and your child went to sleep in the room, you are supposed to take care of you. What, you gonna watch the child sleep all day? You gonna just be like this? You gonna be tired. I'm like, what you doing? I'm like, Machete, what you doing? I'm watching the baby. Why, it sleeps? Like, yeah, we separated. If you don't let that baby sleep, Machete, and take your butt on and go take a bath. Go get you a glass of wine. Go relax. Go read a book. Go do something you like. Machete, if you don't go get your butt over there. But they separated from me. They sleep. They doing all right. Well, I have separation anxiety. We'll say that. And I'll show you how to be you when your child is resting. When your significant other is not near you. And the people around you are not the people you recognize energetically. When your soul feels like it should belong in the sky. Not where you feel like you are. That detachment. This is what we call searching for our alignment. Should you move on? The question is, what do you want to do? Whatever your intuition tells you is the truth. That doesn't mean that's the decision you make. It means you bring awareness to the decision that you would like to make and do it in a loving way. That's how you do it. You don't move on. You just continue living. It's a moment-to-moment thing. In each moment, you get to be loving if you choose to be. That's all. Pay attention. Your inner spirit will answer. Yep, Posh. Thank you, Posh. Appreciate it. What's up, Tasha? Let's talk about separation anxiety from childhood till adulthood. Boom. Got you. The universe aligns me so perfectly. I needed this. Good, Bella. Excuse me. Let's talk about separation anxiety from childhood till adulthood. All right, Tropical, you are my child right now. I don't know how old you are. I just dropped you off at daycare. And when I dropped you off at daycare, instead of the teacher saying, hey, it's okay, your daddy will be back. Hey, it's okay if your dad's not back. We're going to do all we can to ensure we find your dad. Hey, do not worry that in the absence of your dad, I'm going to ensure that the way he loves you, I'm going to love you the same way. That's why he picked this class. Hey, do not worry that in the absence of your dad being around you, I'm going to ensure that we color and we have fun and I do loving things with you too. So that you understand that He's not the only man that loves you. The reason why you have separation anxiety because the level of love you was getting from the person who was around you was not mimicking and matching the energy that you were growing up with. And so this is where you felt the disconnection. So you get inside of this new classroom, and that anxiety feeling is that you don't think they're going to love you like I love you. But they are. I'm a good dad. I made sure that I did the best I can to make sure that you was in the best place, right? And I talk to the teacher and I say, hey, sweetie, the teacher's going to do this. And be like, what about this, daddy? Be like, right? Because my child is scared of the darkness. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, close the door, cry, baby, too bad. No, I'm going to take my time and make sure that my child sees that through this one time that you don't have to have separation anxiety. I'm going to return as many times as I can. And if I can't, I'm going to prepare you to be as strong as you can possibly be with or without me. This understanding will 100% cure your separation anxiety. I love you. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate it. I'm 41. I accept those who give me bad vibes and bad energy because their energy is coming from a source of existence. And existence is love. So there's no such thing as bad vibes and bad energy. There's no such thing as evil. There's no such thing as danger. The pain that a woman feels when she gives birth is no different than the pain the earth feels when a flower breaks through. But to you, we say that's just growth. And to a mother, that might be the most painful experience. So, and clap. Those movements is what's creating what we call energy. And if they scream, we say, ow, that's disturbing because of the sound that we hear. But before we heard it, it was silence. And now we hear their voice and we say, ooh, that's uncomfortable to us. We call that bad energy. We call that bad vibes. That's not bad energy. That's not bad vibes. That's them communicating to you that this is how they see life. If you agree with them, then you increase that bad energy. You increase that bad vibe. But if you don't agree with them, you don't have to agree with them. You can let that energy flow through you. Let your energy stay you. You can let that energy be loving. You can let that energy be good energy. And so when their energy starts to reside and it goes down, because it will go down, because that energy can't stay like that all that time. When it goes down, it starts getting to your energy. And this is when they say shit like, man, I just love hanging around you. I don't know what it is. You just got good energy. That's what I do when people send me good, bad, or any type of energy. Man, y'all got me lit in this motherfucker. Y'all hear me? Listen, there's no such thing as pain. It's all out there, man. There's no such thing as bad vibes, bad energy. There's people who's trying to learn how to love. And we're afraid of letting them love us. It freaks us the fuck out. But yeah. That's how I handle it. Bam, there's a question. Thank you. Can you read our minds? Because you said something, I had a question in my head. So there's 108 people in here. The probability that I can read everybody's thought in here is high. And the reason why it's high is because this is what we call web thinking or hybrid thinking. Or was it hybrid? Hive thinking, hive minds, right? And so there's people in here, and 9 times out of 10, everybody starts saying, damn, that sounds good. Damn, that makes sense. Damn, what are you talking about, right? Because we're starting to sync and align, right? It's not that I'm per se actually reading your mind, but when I speak, that vulnerability allows you to connect with me. And so when you feel that vulnerability, that's like me touching your back, like, oh, okay. All right. What else he talking about? Huh. That's very interesting. That sound good. I was thinking, how long he been talking? It's been 2 hours. Then you look at the, like 110 people. This can't be a coincidence. Can it? What is it? Black Jesus? Who is this boy think he is? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's like he knows what I'm thinking. No, I'm just energetically listening. Yes, Machete. So like yesterday we figured out that I was enlightened and yep, I am. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. Can talk about parents not healing and passing on, not knowing how to properly love. Oh, yes. which is Black Jesus. You're funny. Right? So I found out that I was funny. It was an accident. I had a friend. She was like, Kyle, you funny. I was like, you just saying that or you like flirting? Like, no, I think you're funny. I was just like, oh, really? What's up, Destiny? All right, so can I talk about parents not healing and passing it on and not knowing how to properly love? All right, boom, check this out. Tropical, you're my, I don't know if you're male or female. So you're my lady, right? And we have a child. I automatically now know that you're only going to teach your child that came out of you the things you've experienced. I automatically know that you're only going to do the things you've seen, the things you've touched, the things you've said and been told. You're not going to do anything fucking new. Nothing new. I need you to understand that you're not going to do a damn thing new. And so what I do to our child is going to be all the stuff that I went through. I'm not going to do anything new to my child. I'm just going to literally give whatever I've experienced starting today. Same thing with you. But my experience on top of your experience is going to give our child their own experience. That experience is no different than 50% of my DNA, 50% of your DNA, creating the child. Does that make sense? And so when you understand that your mom and dad did what they did only because they were taught through experience, no different than the reason why the nose on your gorgeous little face is from the memories of the faces of the past, like your grandmother and your great-great-great-great-grandfather. These people had memory of what they look like and it's passed through bloodlines. Well, so there's experience. And so experience gets passed through. When that experience gets passed through, you can do one or two things. You can use it or not use it. It's just experience. You get to title it. You get to do all types of cool stuff with it. And when you see that the reason why you're teaching your child and treating your friends and doing that thing you do that nobody else do, it's because of how you saw life from the things you experienced, you know, from your mom, your dad, your brothers, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your schools, your businesses, your challenges, your awards. All that stuff is a portion, a mosaic of who you are. When you yourself realize that your child is not going to see everything like you, then you realize why you didn't see everything like your parents did too. And then your child says, I'm only broken because you broke me. And you're like, what? You're not broken. I love you. And like, you don't have to do anything for me to love you. Like the day you were born, baby, I loved you then. The moment I knew you was on the way, I loved you then. Like I didn't love you because you had 10 toes. I loved you literally because I knew you were on your way to be in my life. I was excited to be in your life. But my child thinks they're broken. Well, where are they getting that information from? Oh, wait, we're going to blame somebody? So what do? Teach them how to be strong when you're not around. They're sitting there saying they think they're broken. And so you have to tell yourself, why is my child saying that they're broken? Because somebody's teaching them that they're broken. And so if that's not untaught, what does it look like in adult form? The man and the woman is insecure. The man and the woman don't know how to be healing to one another because they've never seen healing. They've only seen what they feel like is brokenness. And so when you realize that your parents only did what you're currently doing at this very exact moment, which is just be you. It's how you're expressing it and experiencing it. Your question is very simple and straightforward. But if a person doesn't understand that what you're trying to express is that our parents has a huge effect on our experience, then you'll end up contradicting yourself and realizing that if you have a child and they do anything quote unquote negative, then the person of common knowledge or common logic will look at you and be like, well, where'd that child learn that from? You. And where'd you learn it from? Your mom and dad. And where your mom and dad learned it from? Their parents. And so this is where you say shout out to all those who break generational curses. Because the only thing you can do about your past experiences is use it or learn from it. It's up to you. And so it's not about properly love. It's the chance of changing when you see it. And my dear friend Tropical, you see it. Your decision is, do you want to change it? If not, then repeat the experience and keep generating the same energy. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Potter. Thank you, Potts. Thank you, Virginia. Excuse me. Thank you, Melody. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I appreciate the love, y'all. If y'all, I'm uploading the stuff to YouTube. So hashtag use love first for YouTube. Hashtag use love first is my handle for everything except for Cash App, which is $, but it's still use love first. If you want other ways to do donations, please let me know. I'm going to create them. I got to create a Venmo. So if you want Venmo, let me know. If you want to do one-on-ones, I'm still good for now. If you want to do one-on-ones, me and Moonrise, we're going to try to attempt it a little bit if you're down for it. Right. So, right. To share awareness. I've learned that I can teach, and I had no idea that, right. The world didn't tell me that I was okay. In my opinion, I thought I had to be fake. No, I can be as loving and as strong and as passionate and as scared and confused and understanding and excited and whatever else that every other human goes through. Thank you, Angry. Thank you, Love. I appreciate it. How have you been? And so now that I know that, I don't feel like I have to be with people who judge it. So if somebody says something like ugly or whatever, for a while I felt like I had to I gotta be better so they don't say ugly stuff. No, now I appreciate the rejection. I appreciate the I appreciate the I'll be like, oh shit, I ain't stopping. Right? And so that's how you feel. You're right. Right? And so you get to be that person, because if you are afraid of something or something that's disturbing to you, like a child who has a good mother, that child will be like, yo, you good? You seem a little uncomfortable. You want to talk about it? We don't have to do it. We can sit down. I won't force you to do nothing, sweetie. This world is going to try to force you to do a lot of things. I'll show you how to be strong, but we won't push through things that right? We'll talk, right? That's what you do to your child. If you're not able to do that to your significant other, then you just got to really think about what you're trying to do in a relationship. So when it clicks, it's like, wow. I appreciate you too, 88. Thank you. Make you realize you should redirect your energy towards others who don't find it ugly. Yeah. When your energy is you, people can hate it. That's what they, it's like. So you don't hear people say like, oh, your haters get the same amount of love. They do, because they send them the same amount of energy. That's just energy. They're just labeling it. Man, I hope that makes sense. If somebody's hating on you, that's energy too. They could be putting that hate on anybody. 7.8 billion people. And they hating on you. They mad at you. They're not mad at everybody. That's energy, baby. You don't let that energy define you. You define your energy. So if they send an energy to you in a negative way, that actually enhances you, because you don't let energy define you. You raise your vibration. Can it affect you? Yes, but learn how. And what it's doing is that although it's coming through, that energy is coming through because that person is trying to learn how to love something they've never fucking seen. So it's new energy. Yeah, it's going to fucking sting. Come on, man. They're not doing that to everybody. They doing that to you, and they trying to learn how to, and that shit is like, I don't like him. He make me sick. Does all people make you sick? Just him? Yeah, just him. Oh, you love him. I don't love him. You're not doing this to everybody, so it's really easy. Can you talk about father issues in a female looking for it in a relationship, chakra issues? Can you talk about father issues in a female looking for it in father chakra issues? Let's call this hot stove. Check this out, tropical heat. Right now, you're walking up to a pot, you touch it, you say, ouch, that's hot. And no one told you that you can use a glove to protect you from that pain. But the first time you touched it, you didn't get to say it was hot. Your hand stayed on it. Hear me out. Hear me out, tropical. Your hand stayed on it. And that got hotter, and it caused more internal damage. After a while, your hand goes numb, right? You got the pain, you got the damage and everything. And so now when you go touch things to the outside world, you look stupid for touching that hot pot. But to you, that pot's not hot. And so they're like, oh, you got issues. There's something wrong with you because of how you hold that pot. Won't you use the the pot holder like a regular person, like we do. Be part of society. Hold it the way like I told you, you know, mind control, things of that nature. And so we feel like that it's a father issue because of what she's looking for in the relationship. Nah, look for your fathers. It's part of your genetic history. Think about it. This is where the concept comes in. The attraction that you're building, this genetic energy that you're having inside of you. You're supposed to have this information inside of your DNA, your blood. You get to learn from it or use it as a lesson. And so it's not so much that it's a per se father issue. It's literally, thank you, Angry Roommate. It's literally you understanding that this is something that you say you want to survive with, and you're picking it. But there's something about it, and you're losing your perception to reality because you're not looking at it in a loving way. You're supposed to do that. This is how you know you're safe and loved. You don't have father issues. No, you have perception issues, my kings and queens. Perception issues. No fathers. And so when you realize that in your past you had no issues, you change the way you look into your past, that unlocks your chakra points. Bing! Ladies and gentlemen, this is enlightenment. And so it looks like it's an issue. Yes, I understand the concept. But if you talk it in a way where it wasn't an issue, this is where you were learning your beginning. This is where you were learning your beginning steps. This is where you were learning the beginning blueprints. This is where that first step and everybody was like, yay. Well, in this sense, it's the opposite. Instead of having the first step and saying, yay, you had your first step and you got into pain. Man. And so your brain looks at this, it's like, oh, now I have to repetitively do this. Your brain don't know fucking good or bad pain. You keep titling things. And so it's just going to keep doing things until you change your perception to reality. You'll make it through things you didn't even know you could. Everybody's like, you crazy for doing that. You're like, shit, I thought it was pretty fun. But no issues. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Man, y'all so dope. That was pretty good. Y'all so awesome. But yeah. Yep. Blessings to you as well. Thank you, Manya. Healing in your body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, Crystal. What's up, Love Jones? Blessings, sweetie. Manya. What's up? I see y'all going in there. Could you please get some help? Could I please get some help to Mutual's love life? If you want one-on-one with me, right? I'm telling you, see the questions? This is what this is for. So that you can feel comfortable and vulnerable to say, okay, I think I can be vulnerable with them. And I'm telling you, if this is something that you do and you know how to do this too, then let's get together and build a team. I am not bullshitting. This is what I want to do for my life. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're able to, you know, help people and connect and help sense of like traumas and things, and you have a knack for it. Like, I have not been to school for this. This is all pure experience, and you can do it. Man, hit me up. If you want one-on-ones, shoot me a DM. If you want to donate, right? If you want to YouTube, if you want to, the Etsy shirts, if you want to just chill out, like I'm going live more often, right? I'm realizing this is real. And when I say I realize it's real, it's like what you think you're experiencing right now, y'all, this is that freaky. Yes. Like you're sitting there looking like, the fuck am I watching right now? Who does this boy think he is? Machete, what if I told you the reason why you asked is because you just did? Oh, you're not ready. Machete, what if I told you that the reason why you asked that goddamn question is because you just did? Congratulations. We only ask questions we know the answers to. That's why that's the power of questions. Some people can see faster. I'm one of them. You asked that question because you just submitted. Congratulations. Psychologically, of all the questions you could have asked, you didn't ask if you could eat glass, did you? You asked, how can I? You just did. I'm proud of you. Are you okay? Are you doing paid? Am I doing paid? Because I have a huge... Am I being paid or doing paid? I'm just talking now. Are you okay? Are you in there? Hey, Krista, how you doing? You good, Machete? Procrastination is a pattern that was given to you from the times where you felt like you needed to degrade gratitude. Something as simple as you being my child and you say, "Can I have some cookies?" And I say, "Wait just a second. Go do some other stuff while I go get your cookies." And so instead of looking at it as procrastination, change your perception to reality and see that you're showing gratitude for what it is you're getting ready to do. So when you get ready to do it, it's not procrastination. It's right on time. It's simple movement. And so when you move that in the past, Dad was going to get you the cookie. You didn't sit there and be like, "Man, I wonder if he's going to bring the cookie. Should he really bring the cookie? I don't know if he's going to bring it. Oh, he brought the cookie. Man. Whew. Oh, shit. Something just that small. And there it is. Procrastination program. Downgrade. It's installed now. My words have just unlocked it in a different perception of reality. You've never been procrastinating. You've been backwards practicing gratitude. Or learning how to manifest. Think about it. Wait. Oh, today's the day we get it. Yay! You're not procrastinating. You're good at manifesting. Man, y'all are awesome. I was not expecting this, but here we are. Just the right time. Yep. We got to learn how to change the narratives to our head. Yep. I love y'all, man. This is dope. This is so deep, and I'm so thankful I got on TikTok tonight and meet you. Thank you. Hey, Laura. Man, there's some energy. There's a lot of love right now. I can feel it in my chest. There's a lot of love in here. Woo! Right? Like I'm one of those people. I'm an enlightened being and I have my own thing. Like I can show people how to do it. Like I get the whole Jesus thing and the Buddha thing and the Muhammad thing and Mother Teresa and MLK and Walt Disney and Hugh Hefner. The ones you call good and the bad. I get them all now. When you get it, you get to do whatever you want to do with it. And I choose to be loving with mine. This is my gift. This is my time. Buckets. Right? That's love. I'm only able to be this because you exist. Think about it. It's not the ones I see. It's the ones I feel. And man, do I feel all of you. So thank you. Hey, thank you, Clark. Appreciate it. Thank you for the thank you, Virginia. Appreciate it. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Shit, damn. I'm ready to choose and love, right? Like, yeah. If you are saying it, it's happening. This is it. This is divine divinity. This is God. We're watching it. Like this is man. This is it. This is like legit from ground up, like. If you're just joining and, enjoying everything, we're just having a moment right now. This is definitely going to be on YouTube. I'm going to post it other places too. This is amazing, y'all. Yeah. Man, this is crazy. 111. I remember my first follower. I remember my first compliment. Every person to me was my best moment. And I know this because of this particular moment. I never want to complain about another moment. If there's somebody that's been in my past and I complain about a moment with them, how would you think that would make you feel? So I hope that makes sense to everybody. You're supposed to love like this. And all my mistakes and insecurities are living proof. So is yours. And you're on your process and you're on your journey and you're on your, right? And I've met some pretty cool people. I've had some mentors. I've had some great men. I've had some great women, right? And it's like, damn. But yeah. Thank y'all, man. This is like, good, Rock. That's what's up. Yeah, this is good. Thank you, Bella. Yeah, it's like I said, it's happening. This is, it mean to mess the frequency. Nah, Crystal, you're not messing no frequency up. Frequency flows gently through here, no matter what the energy is. I can promise you that. You are safe here, kings and queens. Love, gratitude. So, how do you heal from severe trauma? Severe love. And what I mean by that is to know that that trauma is that you survived it. And you can only survive it one way. You're only alive because of one reason. Love. And where's it coming from? You say, nobody loves me. Yeah, right. Exactly. So where's it coming from? You. How do you heal from severe trauma? By realizing that the reason why you asked, how do you heal from it, is because you know the answer. You survived it. You don't need to heal from it. You're here. You're love. It doesn't define you. It doesn't title you. It doesn't make you money. It doesn't make you sad. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make you angry. It just puts you in positions where you perceptively feel like it should. It doesn't have to. And you know this. And so how to love from severe trauma is to do the thing you've been doing since that trauma happened. Keep loving your ass off. And you don't have to ask that question no more. So when people ask you, how'd you heal from severe trauma? You be like, the thing I've been doing, I was talking to some dude. He said, keep doing what I'm doing. It was just loving. That's all I was doing. Hopefully that makes sense. Appreciate it, Crystal. Thank y'all so much. Doesn't mean that sort of places activated love covers a multitude of sins, no matter what it looks like. Love one another. Yes, Crystal. Yes. What's up, M-Line NYC? How to tell twin flame from souls. Once again, for me, twin flames and souls is a vibration thing. So, my cheat code is everybody is my twin flame. But the spark in which I was operating at was the ability that I could exert energy. And so they weren't considered quote unquote flame because I wasn't hot yet. And so as I started to grow the people from my past to the people to the top, for me, that's how the flame got big. It's because of the people that I was in relationship with. I didn't grow like this by myself. I had to go through some shit. And some of those people that I went through that shit with, I'm glad I went through it with them, because some people wouldn't have treated me that way. Whether it was bad or not, I made it through it. Here I am right in front of your face. And so you see that growth for you is supposed to be for you. You're not supposed to feel like it has to control you or define you. Don't put yourself in that situation. Hold on. Don't put yourself in that situation so that you can lose face later, right? Trying to be something that you think you're supposed to be. And then you see your ex and you mess around and your ex is enlightened, right? And you see your ex and you feel like you got to hide from them because you realize, oh shit, you really did love me. I can't now. And they'll be like, I still love you. They'll be like, no, I don't deserve it. And I'm like, that's what happened last time. Come on, man. I hope you heard me. If your ex is somebody that becomes like an enlightened person and starts loving you, like properly, and you meet them and you see them, you're going to feel like shit because you look at them like, hey, such and such name. You look good. Like, yeah, they thank you. You too. And you'll see it and sense it, and you'll be like, damn, she really loved me. And I fucked that up. And so, she'll probably, hey, if you get a chance, maybe we can catch up or whatever, right? And because you feel indifferent to how you are as a man or as a woman, you run from it. And you're like, I'm busy, whatever, nothing, but maybe, well, right? And you're like, maybe I can get back with her, maybe I can, whatever, right? But if you were loving to yourself and respected the growth within yourself, when you saw your ex, man, y'all would light up like good friends do. And you'll let the energy flow. And if you're in a relationship, if both of y'all in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Then the people who are in y'all in a relationship with will be like, man, y'all was close. Like, hey, right? Because they getting your love too. And that love comes from the people of your past. That love comes from the people of your past. That's how you're able to love that man or that woman so good. So a man or a woman who's in your life that really understands it. When that ex come into your life, they'll be happy because they'll be like, man, do they know you're like this? You'll be like they're gonna be in for a treat. Yeah. So you still love him too? You really still love him? Like, yep, I do. So don't be afraid to love. You don't want right? You want your exes to be bad? You want them to be doing messed up? No. You want them to be happy. Can someone that's enlightened be with someone who's not enlightened? Yes. Understand, I'm going to use my 2 cents of enlightenment. What you mean is together as a relationship, married, things of that nature. And so the answer is yes. But for somebody who's being enlightened, his or her decision is not for them anymore. So the person would have to know that in the decision with them, that whatever they're saying is for the collective. It's not just for him. And so even if I'm sitting here doing something for myself, I know that what I do for myself and caring for me is going to happen to everyone else and those close to me. And so if someone is enlightened, whether it's a man or a woman or a group of people or a team, there's a thing you are able to do, and that's see the people who are energetically aligned with you. And it's pretty interesting. Some people can just do it by the eyes and be like, yeah. So, I came right and said what touched my heart. Thank you, Black Dragon. Once again, all the comments, y'all, there's a lot of love in here, man. I'm so used to having like 10, 12, 20 people. Yeah, it's hard to read all the comments. So if you could just keep putting them in there, I know that might sound, I don't want anybody to feel like that I'm, right? So I enjoy being able to do that, but that hasn't been the case. Once again, one-on-ones, hit me up on my direct message. Hashtag use love first for my for the YouTubes. There's some other talks on there that we've gone through, from twin flames, no separations, to letting go, trauma. What about people who didn't have pure intentions from the start? Everybody has pure intentions from the start, Heed. Remember, the reason why they were taught what you think is so-called unpure intentions, it was taught from somebody. And so when a child receives knowledge, they receive it on a non-judgmental basis. And so they don't get to choose if this is good knowledge or bad knowledge. Every action is positive, if you will. Think about it. Think about it. Even if they have the most ugliest actions, are you strong enough to love them despite their actions? Love is. Right? So it doesn't matter what a person says or does. Protect yourself. I'm not saying be abused. Right? Deborah, I am currently pregnant, please. Come on. The movie Joker comes to mind. That's one of my favorite. I'll take all good and bad experience from exes and love the heck out of the one ordained for me. There you go. Yep. I'll take all the good and bad experiences from exes and love the heck out of the one ordained for me. Okay, I'm with it. And each person, remember, every person in your alignment is for you, whether it's the next one or the X one. I'm definitely going to look you up on YouTube. Appreciate it, Rock. Hi, brother. What's going on, Daryl? No, maybe later. Hey, what about people who didn't have intention? Okay, thanks. Not a problem, Miss Shetty. How do I love my masculine when he keeps silent due to overwhelm? Hey, Jar Johnson, we did a silent session and like the energy in the room went crazy. And I tell this to you because if a man is silent, he's speaking to you at his loudest. If a woman is silent, she's screaming at me. When a person is silent, that's when they speak to you the loudest. Love the vibes coming across this live. Appreciate it. Take it. What about the people who didn't have pure intentions? What's up, Ontario? What's up, Pizzle? Yeah, man. See what else? Questions? Like I said, like it got confirmed yesterday on live when somebody said, "When did you figure it out that you can do this?" And I was just like, I've been in my head for the most part until somebody said, right? Because I'm only identified through what you call identity. You didn't know I existed until today, maybe 2 weeks ago. There's some people who still don't know about me. They're asleep. They're going through things, right? So if you have questions, I'll be getting off at 1. How do I balance my masculine and feminine energy? Remove the word balance and remove masculine. Remove balance as something you need definition for. You say, how do I balance my masculine and feminine energy? You don't. You let them exist independently. A mother can raise a child by herself. She doesn't need the child to be grown. So a child's energy is small and malleable. Well, masculine and feminine energy is the same way. It can grow and take on different properties, be like water, my friends, right? And so you don't have to worry about balance if it's too much or not enough. There's a place in the world where there's too much of something. There's a place in the world where there's not enough of something. But those places put together is a balance, right? And so you don't have to balance your masculine and feminine energy. Pay attention to what it is you're feeling and ask your brain, why are we feeling this energy? What do you want to do with this energy? Tell your answer that you want to be loving with this energy and decide to give it to somebody. Start with yourself first. If you feel like you want to share that energy with somebody, whether it's masculine, feminine, for those who are matured as far as the your love life, it's the same thing from being a submissive or someone who's being receiving. It's not about a power. It's about being able to know that I can receive and I can offer as well. You don't have to balance. Just got to understand, can you identify it? And that will put you on a different path. Is it wrong that I tell everyone I love them? Nope. I tell everybody I love them. Somebody like, you call everybody queen? Sure do. You tell everybody you love them? Sure do. And I look at it like this. Let's say I have my friends in a room. They say, Kyle said this yesterday. Guess what the friend gonna say? Yep, he said that to me yesterday too. And then the other friend be like, damn, Kyle said that to me yesterday too. And the other friend will be like, I don't know none of you motherfuckers, but if Kyle said that to y'all, that's what he said to me. It sound like proof to me. That don't make sense yet? Boom, me and you have a child. They're getting ready to go to the military, but we got a divorce, right? And so the child lives with me, but the recruiter talks to you. I call you up on the weekend. I say, hey, you hear that our child wants to join the military? She's like, yeah, I talked to the recruiter. What the recruiter tell you? You said the recruiter said that they love my child. I said, that's what the recruiter told me too. I said, that sounds crazy. I said, I think the recruiter telling the truth. So if you're not telling everybody you love them, then I can tell you to your face that you are a liar. Think about it. Consistency is the key to authenticity. If everybody in the room is saying that he says that he loves you, there's always going to be that smart woman who's going to be like, wait, nobody believed him? Well, what if he wasn't lying? Right? Everybody keeps saying the same thing over and over and over. Kind of like that person you keep thinking about over and over and over and over. Oh, it's a coincidence, huh? You're supposed to see consistency. Love doesn't have to change. It's love. It grows. Hope that makes sense. We need more truth speakers. Oh, they coming. This channel is created by something way deeper than what I thought it was. They coming. We need more truth speakers. If I spoke it, I read it off for you. Well, Melody, guess who else is a truth speaker too? Hold on, I don't have my coffee today. Guess who else is a truth speaker, Melody? She's still in there. We don't say shit by accident. You didn't say we need more toe clippers. You didn't say we need more whatevers. You said we need more truth speakers. Well, hello, truth speaker. Ain't that the truth? Man, I don't know if y'all really ready for this, man. I'm trying to tell you. This is woohoo. Man, what do you think about love bombing and dating? I feel the word love is used too loosely. I agree, that's bae. For me, I thought it was love bombing the way I was loving. And I finally saw that the reason why I was quote unquote love bombing because I had the condition to think that if I didn't love you from the gate, like the people that taught me when I was in a relationship with you because you were so beautiful, you was going to walk out on me, you was going to cheat, you was going to treat me like shit, you was going to sleep with other people, you was going to use me, you was going to put me through child support, you was going to divorce me. So I just had to love you hard. Then, I get older, people like, nah, you don't do that to no woman. You make her wait for you. You don't love her like that. See what she going to do for you first. And I'll be like, all right. Shit is weird. So what am I supposed to do? If I go love her, she says I'm being too much for her. How do I get to be me? And then it clicked. Love bombing is only to people who've never received love. No different than when a woman loves a child. What does a parent who's not received love say? You're spoiling the baby. Love bombing is something that is real and it is used as a tactic, but it's a skill that is taught for defense, not because you're trying to be narcissistic. The reason why people love bomb is because they feel like they cannot have that forever. So they begin in the beginning of that way. The path they've been through is that as soon as this stage is ended, they're going to go through the pain. So this is where the love bomb has to begin. And then you tell them, hey, you don't have to do all this in the beginning. We can do this for the rest of our lives. You don't have to love bomb me. You can feed me and grow with me. And through that consistency, no matter who's in your life, they'll see it differently. As soon as they say something unkind, you speak openly. That doesn't make me feel comfortable, my king or my queen. I do agree that love bombing is something that is viewed as a tactic. And you can tell the difference because energy never lies. And so you use your intuition of what this love bombing is. I'm glad that I'm going through what I'm going through because I know who I am as a person that loves, and I love intensely. I don't hesitate. I am what people call high risk, but I'm the same person that learned how to let go and move on in the same instance. So if you're somebody who's like love bombing and gotten through that type of stuff, it's not a bad thing. Pay attention to the energy in which it's executed. Some people really love that fucking way. And, hopefully the people in my life feel that way. If not, then don't worry. I got a feeling I'll be seeing them again. I knew I loved her and she loved me the moment I met her. That just recently happened to me. He was also PTSD, but his actions was mean to me. Yeah, A-Bay76, like right now you're saying some stuff that I appreciate that. Thank you. You're saying some stuff that right now PTSD, yep, he's operating from a past experience of something that has happened to him. And so he's feeling like I got to put this in because you're not going to believe I love you because I know the stuff that I'm dealing with and you're not going to accept my trauma. So I got to go make sure that I'm fucking with you right now so you know there's a chance that right? And it's crazy. And no one is saying, hey, you safe. You good. I know you went through some shit. Me too. What about self-doubt and low self-esteem? Self-doubt and low self-esteem is no different than saying, hey, when you was my little boy, little girl, we didn't go in the mirror and say, you're beautiful, you're strong. You didn't get to see daddy flex. And so I could be like, your muscles bigger than daddy's. You got more push-ups than me. Look at you. You a king, you a queen, you a beast. You can do it all. You can do everything. Change your memory. And remember that there was a time when you did feel good about yourself, when you didn't give a fuck about life. You was looking at a motherfucker, you was happy. You was happy as shit. You was doing all types of fun stuff. That right there, you didn't have to have doubt. You didn't have to have self-esteem. You didn't have low self-esteem. You had this zest for life. And what ended up happening is that you started to invite people in your life that made you subconscious, all right, about what you were doing. They would say stuff like, hey, Tropical, why you doing that? You'd be like, huh? Why you talking like that? You'd be like, why you listen to that type of music? You'd be like, right? And so when you was trying to share your experience, they told you that what you were sharing, whether it was a hug, a kiss, a laugh, a joke, a music, or whatever the case may be, they somehow communicated to you that your experience was not good enough to them psychologically, whether they gave you bad or negative energy. And instead of you staying in an energetic fashion of what you've learned, that experience, whether you played the music, let's say you played a song, your mom played a song when you were 7 and you loved the way it makes you feel. Now you play this song when you were like in high school and somebody laughed at you, like, what the hell are you playing that for? Oh, you're such and such and such and such. And that makes you feel negative. So you only listen to the song by yourself. And then you get in a relationship and somebody plays this song and they're like, man, this is a dope song, right? And you're like, man, my mom used to play that song. You're like, well, yeah, my mom used to play this song too. You're like, man, I haven't heard that song in such a long time. You're like, why did I stop listening to that song? Because when I was in high school, I had a friend who told me that song was stupid. And so instead of you saying, but I really enjoyed this song because of this emotional experience I had when I created this feeling of this memory to this song, instead of them accepting your experience and saying, thank you for sharing that experience, I'm telling you now, Tropical, thank you for sharing your experience. You want to get rid of self-doubt, my king, my queen? I'm not sure who you are. It doesn't fucking matter to me because I'm speaking to you energetically. If you want to get rid of self-doubt, go back to your past and ask yourself, for every time you experience something, did they say yes or did they say no? If they say no, that's where you experience your self-doubt and your low self-esteem. If they say yes, that's where you jumped and knew you was everything. Just tell yourself, they didn't tell you no because you were wrong. They told you no because they didn't know that they could experience you without being unkind. And they were only doing what they were taught. Tropical heed, you don't have self-doubt. They did on how to love you. I hope that makes sense. Scares the ish out of me, huh? It's okay, Vision. Thank you, Spat. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing this experience. Thank you, Kissa. I swear I become a better man every time I come here. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. There you go. So listen, man. When I hear that's what gets me to say, oh, wow, this is what's up. Right? That right there, that right there, you can't make that up. That right there, I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Pizzle. Thank you, everybody. The energy, like, it's live. This ain't fake. This is live. This is happening. Ask me a question. I do the best I can to answer it. It's just the comments be going up and my attention be going. And so, but yeah, so, I do this, right? One-on-one, and I'll help you. We'll walk through it. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's good. Bro, Billions will hear from you soon, man. Hey, appreciate the vision. God damn. Yeah. What about always running when you gotta get close to someone? When you run from someone, if you're running, well, they call it a workout for a reason. You wanna know something? Imagine going to the gym. Right? Example A, example B. Walk inside the gym, walk out the gym, you do no workout. No workout. Example B. Walk inside the gym, go running, come back out the gym. You feel a little tired. Let's take that moment, that tired feeling. Is there anybody in the world that makes you feel like you're working out like that? That motherfucker is special to you. If you can think about somebody and they give you the energy like you've been in the gym, you're supposed to go near them. They're the only ones making you feel it. They're the only ones making it real. They're the only ones telling you, yes, this is where you're supposed to go. If you want real work, if this scares the fuck out of you, if you go in the gym and you know you got to put in this work, you know you about to sweat, but you ain't afraid of shit. You ain't afraid of the weight. Or you can go to the other gym where you don't feel nothing. It's up to you. But if you're thinking about somebody and you get uncomfortable, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm telling you it's a reason why your body is responding the way it's responding. And you keep doing it. So all of a sudden you start getting stronger. Then you get to a gym where it's not a workout. You're just having fun. There are people like that. That's kind of like the twin flame energy. Hopefully that makes sense. If you think about somebody, you're like, whatever, cool. But if you think about somebody and it's just like, shit, that person is special to you. How do I reach the next chapter in my life? Well, Middleton, by doing what you just did. Congratulations, Middleton. You just started the next chapter in your life. Boy, y'all is like some shit. This is some scary shit. If you understand why you ask questions, you didn't ask me what am I eating for dinner. You say, how do I start the next chapter in my life? You just did, Middleton. Congratulations. That's why you asked the question. Make sure it's a good story. Where does chapter 1 begin, sweetie? Think about it. Thank you. Yeah, show her some love. Yeah, you can claim it. Yeah. Come on now. If you got to ask the question, you know why you're asking. Because you just did it. That's where the thought come from. No different than being from Switzerland. What the fuck is happening? What's going on, Toke? We write our own stories. That's right, 88. What about when you've been together 7 years and still no ring? Sweetie, if I was God, I would laugh at people. Since when would you let a rock that looks better than something else be equivalent to what another person says? If I was God and I created Earth and I put my hand inside the Earth and I pulled out a ring, I pulled out a diamond and pulled out a regular stone and told you that this diamond was better than this stone, but this stone has been here longer than this damn diamond. And how do you know this? Because this diamond had to change, and that its tenacity to deal with pressure is actually weak in comparison. But what ends up happening is that we overlook the stone that stayed the same all this motherfucking time and he never switched on us. What you need a ring for? It's just a diamond. The stone is worth more. It has the strength of this surviving every type of weather. But because it doesn't shine, it doesn't get the love you think it deserves. So you walk all over it. But we just call it Mother Earth. And we dig all in her. You don't have to dig out the gems. She offers them to you. But there's more than what you see. And so if it doesn't shine like the diamonds and the rubies, we feel like that the man is not truly a king because we don't see the gems and things. He doesn't have the money in his pocket. He doesn't shine like everybody else. He just looks like that rock over there, the one that constantly stays. 7 years and no ring, then my queen, I'm telling you right now, that's love. That's love. You don't believe me? What else took 7 years to do? If you did anything else for 7 years, what would you think it was? Were you stupid? A fool? Committed, huh? Would you look at it like, this building's not complete. I don't like this building. It doesn't have a ring. Nope. You keep building the building to something you've never seen. And you realize you've never needed a ring. Those are just things. Manifestations. My zodiac sign is Aries. How do you show someone with commitment, trust issues that you genuinely love them? Stay consistent. Never switch. How do you show someone who with commitment and trust issues? Stay consistent. Tell them you love them. I'll find a way to love you. You don't believe me? I don't give a shit. I can love you in meditation. You ain't love me in meditation. You can't tell me what I did with my mind. I loved you. You ever received pain from me? Oh, I did? You need to tell me. You did? You still mad at me? Do you want to love me? You want to talk about it? No? Then I don't want to waste your time. Be committed to you being loving, not to them deciding if they want to be loving to you or not. You answered quick. I tried to. Thank you. What is the best way to rebuild trust? To remember that you never lost trust. The reason why you feel like you had to rebuild it is because what you felt like you had wasn't enough. And so when you realize that what you were grown with, the experiences that you had originally, was the trust that you were supposed to have. The reason why you feel like, oh, quote unquote, I have to rebuild it is because you're comparing it to other people who's you've never experienced. And they have their own trust, not issues, but what they consider trust experience. And when you look at them, they're not the same. Now you feel like there's a problem. Now you feel like there's an issue. There's not. Just take your time. And you'll see that the difference in 1 + 1 is 2. It won't look like an issue. You won't have problems, right? You'll be the solution to anything that might look like it's a difference. You don't have any issues. You're the solution to all that you think you've been through. Thank you, Monica Jeffrey. Once again, donations, I appreciate it. I'm going to put it on there next time. $, use love first. If you want anything else as far as how to donate, please shoot me a DM if you want one-on-ones. If I got any monitors in there or moderators in there, I keep forgetting to put that through. #use love first for YouTube and all my other handles as well, right? Donation $1, right? And I was trying to do like 25 cents when I say I don't like asking for money, but then I did a video where asking for money is a sign of strength. It's a conviction of who you are, right? You're not supposed to do it by yourself. I didn't get this loving by myself. Yes, some of the darkness that I went through, I dealt with it in my mind by myself until I changed my reality. I wasn't by myself when I went through it. I was with somebody. Cheat code, activate. I'm going to say it again. In my mind, I used to think I was by myself. But I didn't go through that by myself. I was with somebody. Somebody I loved. I was just seeing it wrong. I changed my perception. They were struggling too. Truth of the matter is, I wish we did make it through. And so instead of me feeling like something bad happened, I saw that there was an opportunity for me to learn how to love someone in a time where they didn't think love was possible. And that was my chance. And instead of me saying that I've missed my chance, I realized that I've increased it. Because if I've ever meet them again, then they'll know the real reason why I loved them in the beginning. Even if it's an ex, an old friend, they'll see it. Right? Thank you, Rock. I appreciate it. How can I restore someone's confidence in me? By showing the consistency, Machete, on who you know you are to be. If you wake up every day and you say, I am beautiful, I am a loving person, I am a king, I am a queen, I am this, I am that, the universe is going to be like, yep, we've been trying to tell you. Yep. Can you listen to the person with no appetite? Can you listen to the person with no appetite? I can listen to music without tunes. I can feel rain without the temperature. I can hide myself from the sun without feeling its heat. Yes, you can be in somebody's life or how you ask without an appetite. I can swim in the water and feel no fear. Or I can be in the pool and feel like my life is about to die. I can be in the car and feel like I'm in space. I can be standing in the center of a field and feel far away. So yes, you can. Hello, dear wonderful human. Haven't seen you in forever. What's up, Gabby Moore? How you been, love? Affirmations. Oh my gosh, Gabby, it's been a minute. Yeah, a lot of changes. Affirmations. Yes. Oh my God, it's been on this life for only 5 minutes and already crying. Oh wow, crying. Aw. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, love. You're an example of what we all can become. If I am human, I am human. As a human, if I can do what you are currently seeing me do, then there's 117 of you who can do it too. I am not playing with you. Everybody else who's watching me, they can do it too. The love is not a physical thing. It's, you know. Thank you, Yolanda. How do we work with someone that pulls away when we get close? If someone pulls away, respect their decision. If I put my hands on you, as an example, Makila Skilby, and you pulled away from me, I know that the only way I can get close to you, if I let go of you. Think about it. If I'm holding on to you, you're pulling away. How can I get closer to you? I have to, and then I can get close to you. But if you're pulling away, right? Because there's an action you're having, right? You're pulling away, and I'm fighting you. If I'm gonna get close to you, I gotta let you go. So you go do what you gotta do. And that closeness is not a physical thing, it's an energy thing. I hope that makes sense, right? So psychologically, it's the same thing. I'm holding on, let him go. Let him go. If you love something, let it go. If it returns, then you know. Do you know that it returns with the love that you let it go with? I hope that makes sense. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then you know. If it comes back, it's going to come back with the love that you originally sent it with. When y'all get together, that's the love that y'all begin to grow with. Did y'all hear what I just said? So, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then you know. It comes back through vibrations and currency, waves and energy. It's going to come back based off of the energy you left with it. If you love something, let it go with love. If it returns, it's going to return on the wave in which you sent it. It's got to return on the wave of the energy of love you sent it with. That's how it finds its way back, if it is to be yours, through attraction. So when that person gets into your life, it's almost like they never left, because your love continued to grow and roll through them through the years. So if they came back, that's how you realize, holy shit, this is supposed to be. It's like we never stop loving. Not everybody responds to your energy the same, but there's some people who do. This is the whole point of living life and searching for people, and we call that feeling. You're supposed to. And so that person who actually, you'll see it, because the energy you sent with it was the energy you had back 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Look who the fuck I am now. I'm not asking, I know. And so for those who are in my life attached to it, if I've grown, then they've grown. Whether they accept it or reject it, you'll know soon enough, and you don't get to decide it. They do. If they love something, let it go. If it comes back, then you know that it comes back on a wave of love that they felt when you grew. Damn, bruh. And it's 1 o'clock on the dot, y'all. Yeah. Have I met my twin flame? Remember, it's not an energy, it's not a person thing, it's an energy thing. You could be very much my twin flame. It's an energy thing. It's not a physical thing. I get what people are talking about. But when you get to what you consider to be enlightened, think about it. You get to build. You're the creator of your reality. If somebody wants to be in your life, it's a fucking whirlwind. It's like not this violent thing. It's this wake up, the sun is shining, and then you realize, like, man, it's been like beautiful like the last 2-3 years. Like, god damn. I've always met my twin flame. But that doesn't mean the flame grew the way I grew. Maybe the frequencies changed. Who's to say? But I know who I am today. And so what I do know is that I don't have to worry about the actions of others. I trust them. I love them. I don't even have to worry if they love me. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, then you know. It comes back on the wave of love that you sent out with it. So if you grow, they grow. It's the same thing with your children. In the absence of your children, do they not grow from the things you taught them? So if your love was real, when you touched them and kissed them, that love stayed in them. And that's what they use to guide themselves to the people they love after you. And I know that now with precision. I now know that to be true. If someone's in your vivid dreams, they're thinking about you like hard. Like hard. That doesn't mean they want you in their life. They just think about you hard. Thank you, darling. Thank you. I promise you're a beautiful gift as well. Thank you, Susan. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Thank you, Melody. Thank you. Thank you, Mystic Mama. Thank y'all. Man, there's a lot of love in here right now, y'all. All right. Moonrise, I love you. Rock, I love you. Rue, I love you. Didace, I love you. Chriselle, I love you. Bella, I love you. 88, I love you. Alexa Session, I love you. Jacket Profit, I love you. Quinn Kizzle, I love you. Latoya, I love you. Virgin, I love you. The Blitz, I love you. Melanated, I love you. Marina, I love you. Man, I'm about to fucking cry right now, bruh. Man, y'all are awesome, man. Diamond, I love you. Kissa, I love you. Love Jones, I love you. Kaylee, I love you. Smartha, I love you. Clean, I love you. Bay, I love you. Karen, I love you. User, I love you. Tate, I love you. Ashwin, I love you. Jay, I'm feeling y'all. Jay, I love you. I don't know who's crying. I love y'all. Ebony, I love you. Miss Killer B, I love you. 2003, I love you. Candace, I love you. Pookie Baby, I love you. Wendy Thomas, I love you. Evelyn, I love you. Stephanie, I love you. Fucking Baldhead, I love you. It's Fat 8, I love you. Lee B, I love you. Alyssa, I love you. Sine Love, I love you. Anne Marie, I love you. Jess Lorick, I love you. Gabby Amore, I love you. Chrissy Queen, I love you. Yvonne Focus, I love you. Tanya, I love you. God is Love, I love you. Delia Torres, I love you. Nandi, I love you. Kilo, I love you. Beach Girl, I love you. Lisa Maskin, I love you. Sassy, I love you. Throt, I love you. Hera, I love you. User 49481728822, I love you. Born of Legends, I love you. Jamie Harris, I love you. Ursula 093, I love you. Change Today, I love you. Dutch Grid, I love you. Christy, I love you. Susan, I love you. Moroccan, I love you. Chris Street, I love you. Queen Revive, I love you. Toya, I love you. Lil Sexy, I love you. Mystic Mama, I love you. User 76519771885, I love you. Kara, I love you. Katuji Jolie, I love you. Gelato the Pug, I love you. Priscilla, I love you. Pixie, I love you. Joey Got Profits, I love you. Miss Jade, I love you. If you're in there, I love you. Right? It's in there, man. Well, Dutch Girl, I can tell you this. I always feel like this. I just express it differently moment to moment. Sometimes I talk it. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes it's complete silence. but I am always like this. I just show you different perspectives. Damn. All right, so if I didn't say your name, all right, it wasn't because just I didn't see you. How do you love someone who's mentally tired? How do you love somebody who's mentally tired? Spiritually and physically. You feed their soul. Think about it. If someone's mentally tired, you feed their souls. The kind words. Words is the key, y'all. The ability to express love is how we change the world. That's why music's so powerful. That's why preachers are so powerful. That's why people who can speak, right? So, Moonrise, let's try again. Definitely. If you want a one-on-one, please let me know. I feel it. So I just want to know that y'all are really beautiful. And so we're going to meditate. Hashtag use love first for YouTube. If you're interested in seeing the recordings. I don't know, man. Thank you, Susan. All right, let's get this set up, shall we? Man. Life is good. It really is. Thank y'all for the gifts, seriously. Thank y'all for the donations as well. I be wanting to snitch y'all names out. Listen, I'm not gonna say stop spending money. Just send $1. And I know that sounds weird because there's something I'm trying to, right? And I want people. I'm sorry. This is me being ungrateful. I apologize. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's new to receive vulnerability at that level. All right. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Am I seeing birds? Am I tripping? What's up, Tina? I'm not gonna lie, man. Thank you. Shoot me a direct message there, Dutch girl. And y'all can also reach me at Facebook and Instagram as well. Any other platform, right? Hashtag use love first. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr, TikTok, of course. You find peace with loss by realizing there was a time where it was not lost. Before you feel like you lost what you feel like you've lost, there was a time where it did not exist. There was a time where you didn't know it. There was a time you didn't have a memory of what it is you feel like you've lost. And so if you have the ability to use your memory, use it for times that is positive to you. And remembering what you used to have before you consider it to be lost is the tool for you to show gratitude. And so you've never lost anything. In order to show gratitude to anything, you have to have its existence, whether it's God, whether it's a moment, whether it's whatever the case may be. And so when you look at that thing inside your mind, you didn't lose it. You get to now share it. Simply as me asking, what is it that you felt like you've lost? And let's say you lost a tooth. I said, do you remember having that tooth when you was a little kid? You're like, yeah, I lost it when I was eating this. And I was like, you didn't lost it. It gave you a memory. Look at the memory you gained from what you thought was a loss. It's now a story. And that's the power of love. Make sense? There's no such thing as loss. All right, y'all, we're going to meditate, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. I love y'all. Give me a second. Once again, you got one-on-ones, you got questions. I'll answer questions. You don't have to do as far as one-on-ones, but if you want some depth, some details, I definitely got you. All right, no such thing as loss if you gain a memory. I think I'm going to make a video about that. Perfect. I don't have an actually set schedule. So far, this has been kind of the thing. I'm trying to, I'm working. I'm actually working. And I'm just it's taking its own lead, and it's very beautiful. And so from appointments to, something as simple as answering questions on TikTok or, right, there's things. So if there's, people out there who wants to collab and really get like I said, me and Moonrise, we're gonna link up. So if you're serious, right? If you got questions, I don't care. Trust me. If rejection comes from my mouth, that's where I get it from. Rejection is not rejection for me. Rejection is redirection to how you and I can be in each other's lives so that we can be happy. Maybe it's not to be husband and wife. Maybe it's to be the best example of a baby mama and baby daddy look like, so people can be like, I wish I was a baby mama and baby daddy like you two. Maybe that's what's supposed to be. Maybe we're the best baby mama and baby daddy in all of the universe. I don't know. But you will never know if you're afraid to experience things. And so don't feel like that you got to be told no. Sometimes the no is going to give you the true answer you can really have. Does that make sense? Let's do this spirituality practice, or spirituality. It's a spirituality meditation. So I clicked on it, but it sounded good. But yeah, don't be afraid of those experiences. Don't put yourself in that position where this moment is going to define you. If you can push growth for the things you've been through, and the people around you see that, man, mom, dad, man, y'all so strong, right? We be thinking y'all be losing stuff, but you be learning from the things y'all be doing, and we learn it from you too. It's beautiful. All right. Seriously, if you're interested in you want to work and find a way to bring awareness, and I'm all for it. I'm serious, all for it. I'm so excited because I'm saying shit like that. It's pretty dope. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, love. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all. I want to hug you. We hugging right now. Do a spiritual hug. You want to do a spiritual hug? I'll tell you what a spiritual hug look like. Watch. Right. All right. If you I'm serious. I'm serious about a spiritual hug. If you yourself as a person has been able to find pleasure in your mind, to thinking about a man or a woman, to your body gets aroused and feel the reaction of what you think as an idea to you doing this thing with this man and woman in such a repetitive fashion that you start feeling turned on or excited. Well, a spiritual hug is the same way. You see me. I create what I see in my head to be a visual you. But that vision for me is energy. I've learned how to change things differently. And so if you can see me or see someone you love, you literally can stand there inside your mind and look at them and hug them. It'll be that moment of silence where you sit there and feel as if you could squeeze that person. But if you're very careful, your body starts responding. And if you're sitting down completely still and you're imagining yourself to be hugged by somebody and your body responds, are you hugging them? Or is that just your mind? Right? And so if you are thinking about a woman or a man inside your mind and you are pleasing yourself, are you imagining things Or is this all inside your mind? Your body's responding. And so when you see the respect towards yourself, when you think of anything in this world, it becomes just as real as if it was in front of you or inside your mind. And so when somebody's like, I want to give you a hug, right? You actually are hugging me, because that energy of you saying it, if you were here, you would have given me a hug, right? Your body still moved through the motions. It just didn't do it physically, but your brain did. And so I thank you respectfully for the spiritual hug, right? And so just take that moment and then you just look at it. Now my ears are ringing, right? And this is a way to enhance your telepathic and psychic abilities, psychic abilities as well. Yeah, shit's real, y'all. Yeah. So thank you for the hug. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. If you've not meditated before, just close your eyes. If you're able to sit down or lay down or wherever you're at, then you do mindful breathing. You just breathe through your nose, right? You feel the air come through in. And as you breathe, pretend you're kissing your significant other. Pretend you're rubbing your child's back. As you breathe out, pretend that you're slowly closing a door. Understand the correlation to your body. Understand the correlation to your body in breathing and how it moves. Imagine you're kissing somebody. Imagine you're touching your child. Imagine you're getting ready to exit your child's room as they fall asleep. Imagine that you're sipping a cup of coffee, but it's embracing. When you breathe, that's how you should breathe. And you breathe in with that gentleness. You allow that air to come in through your nose and leave throughout your body. When you breathe out, it's no different than reaching at the end of a race. It's not this exasperating feel. It's not when you cross the finish line. It's when you realize, wow, I just ran this race. I just survived this thing. So each breath that you pull into your body, breathe into your lungs, that's the kiss from the universe saying, hey, you're okay. And when you blow the air out, that's you kissing the universe kissing the universe back saying, hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for spending time in my lungs. Thank you for visiting my nose. Thank you for visiting my teeth, my tongue, my lips, my gums. Thank you for visiting my trachea. Thank you, air, for loving me in such a way that I don't think I can ever express and feel love this way. When you breathe, that goes on. That's just breathing. If you can breathe that way and make love and passionate intimacy towards love or towards air, imagine what you can do to yourself. Imagine what you can do to everyone else. So when you breathe, make sure you breathe as if you're, right, rubbing your child's back or kissing somebody you care about. And when you breathe out, it's the same energy as if you're gently closing the door. Do that 3 to 5 times, maybe longer if you want to. And the rest of the time, let your thoughts travel. Do not feel like that what you're thinking is a negative thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's there in your head for a reason, so that you can visit and make sense of it. Good, Norma Claire. Bro, why can't y'all just pray? This is praying there, Blooded. Who said we weren't praying? Is it because of the position of my hands? Who said this is not praying? Thank you, Raw 3. I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. Man, I love y'all. All right, here we go. 11 minutes. Yeah? I'm going to start getting on a little earlier. I'm telling y'all now. I love y'all. All right, y'all. Wow. So, getting ready to get off. I had a thought while meditating. You being here is support for me. This raises my vibration and my energy. This raises your vibration and energy. You supporting me is not just through donations. You supporting me is watching the videos, spending time with me, going on YouTube, sharing the videos, watching those videos, liking, commenting. Because when you watch it and somebody else is like, man, they agree like I agree. That's energy. Man, they say what I say. That's energy. Man, I like how he said that. That's energy. So find whatever is possible. And this is why I feel always uncomfortable asking for donations, because I don't want you to feel like that means that you are a good supporter. No. If you're here, your energy is equated to a billionaire's energy. This is why we will make it, because your energy is real, not the money or the resources you give to me. It's how you create it when you send it to me and when we send it to each other. So hopefully that makes sense, that came down as a download in my head, that the support that y'all are giving me is what's creating the energy. So every gift you give me, every coin, every donation, every what have you. Once again, if you want to, $ use love first, or $ use love first. If you want Venmo, PayPal, somebody else asked me for something else, y'all gonna have to give me some time to try to make sense of it. I'll get it. I promise. I feel like I'm behind the power curve, but everything happens in divine time, right? So I love y'all. I appreciate the gifts. Y'all are awesome. Shout out to those who've made changes in their lives that I had no reason to think it would, but here we are. So if you've asked those questions and this has helped you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm not asking for support. I'm not asking for donations. I'm thanking you now, because before I met you, you were loving. I'm knowing you now, you're loving. And after this life, you'll still be loving. So thank you for your love before, during, and after. All right, y'all. Be easy. Peace. Good. Oh, man. Y'all love y'all, man. All right. Be easy, y'all. Bye.